Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. The other day on Wide Awake News Radio, I came into the chat room. It was on Monday, and I told you, I said, our algorithms picked up bot check activity in the S&P 500, and we picked up bot activity also in gold. So I came into the chat room, and I issued that warning telling you to be on the lookout. Well, as you see now today, we have this humongous rally underway on Wall Street right now. The Dow is up 248 points. This is quite startling, quite amazing. And it seems like they don't want this market to die just yet. And you can see we built this support here, and now we're testing the higher end of the range, looking like the market wants to close above this long-term trend line support and resistance area. This has been resistance since we've been trading underneath of it, but if we close above it today, that clears the way for a potential run to Dow 10,455. Next resistance is Dow 10,685. So all things are possible. You know, we have our opinions about where the market is going to be headed, but we have to trade what we see and trade our charts. Those of you who have been following the rules in the system of the pulse scan swing VIX, you know that these pulse waves, when they come, are quite powerful, especially if preceded by bot checks. And we had a bot check, and here's the market rallying out of control. You know, we don't just warn you when crashes are coming, we warn you when breakouts and potential pulse waves set up also. That's the system, you know. Hopefully this will really encourage a lot of you who are new to the Vulcan Report to see how powerful the system and this tool is. If used correctly, you can make a lot of money just following these pulse waves. And again, for those of you who are new to the Vulcan Report, the way we use the pulse waves is we look at momentum in the market, and we look at these weekly price projection areas. The system will show you and will print out on a weekly basis where you can find the potential pulse wave projection inflection points. And so what we do is we place our buy orders on the buy side and our sell orders on the sell side. And whatever way the market breaks out, that's which way, the direction that we ride. So it's a very simple system. And in bearish downtrending markets, it's not uncommon, like today, to see the pulse wave break out to the positive instead of breaking down in the negative pulse wave. We have a very strong positive pulse wave today. So even though we like to try to ascertain where the market, what direction it's going to take, it's always better. You can talk about it, but then at the end of the day, you got to be about it, and you got to place those tickets. You got to place both the buy and the sell ticket simultaneously and let it ride for the week until one day during the week it decides to break out. Again, the pulse scan swing VIX leads the market 3 to 5 days out. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer, just depends on market conditions, but it's a forward-thinking, forward-looking algorithm. So it takes all these things into consideration. Everything that can be known, it will take it into account and move in tandem with that. So sometimes you just have to be patient and wait for things to develop. Even if it looks like those price inflection points are so far away from the market, you still have to place the ticket because you just don't know what can happen in a day. Who would have thought that we would have a 220, 230 point range today in the Dow? No one would have thought it. I didn't think it, okay? But I'm making money today for my clients because guess what? We trade the system. We place the buy ticket, whether we think it's logical or not, and we place the sell ticket. And whenever one gets filled, that's the direction we trade in. So again, we are trend followers. We're swing traders. We swing trade with a trend following system using breakouts, and it's just that easy. There's no rocket science, you know, in actually following the system. All the rocket science goes into the development and implementation of the system. But again, I've done all the heavy lifting. I've done all the hard work. So all you get to do is profit and make money if you execute the system the way you're supposed to. All right. So be encouraged, and I will put this in here too, just to let you know what the word on the street is. Okay, because I did tell you that I keep you abreast of these things. Okay, it is official as of yesterday. The Fed is moving to shift the plunge protection team presidential working group operations overseas to China. Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are shutting down their proprietary trading desks, and as you know, both JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are the implementation arm of the Federal Reserve for market manipulation and things of that nature. So being that they're shutting down those desks, these jobs now will be better served overseas, mainly probably in mainland China, through the IMF and World Bank functions, and in tandem with the UN, of which our president is, no pun intended, the president of the UN. So just to give you a head up on that, a lot of things going on. Don't really believe and trust what you hear, not even so much as what you see. Just be cautious and understand that the markets will do what they want to do, and we don't get to tell the market what to do. We just trade it, okay? Move those stops to break even. Those of you who took the signals, move your stops to break even. A good rule of thumb, on days like this when we get a parabolic move, and the market's pretty much giving you majority of your money in one day, move your stop to break even. When I say break even, you have to take into account your commissions, okay? So move it to break even, so that now that you're playing with the house's money, which means it's free money. So if something happens and the market collapses and gives back everything right now, you'll get stopped out, but you won't get stopped out with a loss. You won't make anything, but you won't lose anything either. All right? This allows you the ability to let this thing ride for the next couple of days, maybe even into next week. If we're gonna have a nice run-up rally here, this bullish engulfing candle will definitely set the course and the pace for the next several days of a rally, okay? You'll probably be looking at something like what happened here. See, the last bullish engulfing candle was right here, and then it ran up for the next several days. So that's what we're looking at happening here, okay? Except for the target is up here. First resistance, 10,455. Next one is 10,685, okay? So just a heads up on that. I'm sure that we're going to be seeing a lot more bot activity coming up now. So that means that they're probably setting us up for the crash. All right. Let me just be blunt about it. When they want to rally a market, they beat it down like they did here, and we stayed consolidated. And when they want to collapse a market, they run it up. Okay, we haven't run up yet. We're starting to run up now. This could take us into, like I was saying earlier, the middle of September, and then we could have a very bad October. There's nothing that can't say that this can't, keep going. It can definitely do that. I know we got the elections in November and everything, but one thing has nothing to do with another. Okay, we can't trade fundamentals. You cannot make money off of fundamentals. The best thing you can do is create an econometric model that takes into account all of the fundamental analysis, which is what I've already done for you with the bid to ask ratio and the market depth indicators, which you see on the printout. And yes, I've been playing around with the printout because I've been debating how to present the information as concise and easy to read with follow through as possible for you guys. So I have finally decided on the final display of the printout. So when I upload it to the blog, your feedback will be highly appreciated. Let me know, is it easier for you to read, easier to understand, and can you execute? Because that's really at the end of the day all that matters. Can you execute? All right. So that's it for this video. Again, the presidential working group's operations are looking to be shipped overseas, probably into mainland China somewhere, as we are now shifting operations from the U.S. to the foreign central cartel network. All right, so the Fed is no longer outsourcing their dealings. They're now going to be doing it in-house, which means they're gearing up for something huge. What that is, I know not of. All I can tell you is what I see. So in the meantime, remember, take what you can, give nothing back. Peace.